we're gonna head to NYC and bring back Bert Lee. I didn't rehearse that, but that rhymed. You are muted.
I was going to do my Marcel Marceau set. That's it. That's the very one. So suffer, you guys. You're going to be looking at stupid mime tricks for 20 minutes. Yes, it's me. I have some old songs, and I have a brand new song, which is going to require a little introduction because I tried it last night for the first time, and I discovered it not only aged me, but it really was kind if I gave it an introduction. But instead of starting with that, that's what this is. This is the lyrics because they're just can't fit them in the brain yet. I'm going to do one of the first songs I ever wrote when I played with a band called Richard, Cam, and Bert back in the 1960s when I was 3 years old. Beside a water wheel, Dawn was laying diamonds in the grass. My Evelyn looked gently down. Water was her looking glass. The snow had come and gone. Shoots of May were pushing through the ground. A bird did sing on every bough. Oh Lord, it made the softest sound. Sun is rising, it's not surprising. I know the sun, he's my friend. I hardly know you. Where are you going to, and when will you be back again? Come and gone, and the shoots of May were pushing through the ground. The bird did sing on every bough. Lord, it made the softest sound. Sun is rising, it's not surprising. I know the sun, he's my friend. I hardly know you. Where are you going to, and when will you be back again? I hardly know you. Where are you going to, and when will you be back again? Beside a water Thank you, John. The sound of one hand clapping. Ooh.
Yep. That's the sound of one hand slapping.
But that's the answer to the old conundrum. Okay, so I learned last night the hard way that this song really requires some explanation depending on the age group that we are dealing with here. They liked the song last night at the Irish Arts Center, but they were a bit baffled by it. Or baffled, as the case may be, because they were at Irish Arts, and so it deserves an explanation. When I was younger, which actually was the case at one point, me and my friends used to go and watch these terrible Chinese movies at the Bowery Theater down in Chinatown here in New York, and so many of them were directed and produced by a guy named Run Run Shaw. So I always wanted to write an homage to Run Run Shaw and to those kinds of westerns. Now, they're not like spaghetti westerns, which had moderately good production values and sometimes very good actors, or traditional U.S. westerns, which were, what we're all raised on. These were what I call chop suey westerns. And because they're westerns, I've added them to my suite of cowboy songs. But because they're from the Far East, people say, well, you can't say it's songs of the Old West. And I hear your complaint. Yes, indeed. And to it, I must respond that every place is west of some other place. So there you have that. There's just no arguing with that. And as far as chop suey, well, I hear your complaint here. Chop suey is not a traditional Chinese meal. And to that I must respond, why must you complain so much? What's wrong with you? Just lighten up, okay? So this is it. This is Run Run Shaw. In a sleepy little village, just west of old Peiping, a gang of thieves came riding down, led by a bandit king. The sheriff tried to stop them, they relieved him of his life. Now they're gambling in the tea house, and they're spoiling for a fight. Send for the soldiers, send for the warriors, send for the man that they call the Dragon Sword. Those dirty, rotten highwaymen deserve a taste of hell. They've terrified the villagers, and they've pitched into the well. Oh, next day down the highway comes a stranger with a staff, who guzzles from a wine jug and throws out a hearty laugh. He walks into the tea house and he buys a plate of beans, takes a table in the corner and he sizes up the scene. Those bandits, they don't like him and they gather all around him, and the next thing you know, there's a fist fight going down. Someone throws a dagger that he catches in a teacup. With his martial arts like lightning, those bad boys, they can't keep up. Run, run, Shaw, mister, it's alright. It's not your fault that the kids all want to fight. Someone breaks the law and someone's bound to make it right. Oh, it's all about the heroes. Run, run, Shaw. Someone jumps down from the balcony, it's little sister with a fan. Come down to join into the fray, and she fights just like a man. Her hands are quick as butterflies, she knows just how to use them. If those gangsters want to risk their lives, they're surely bound to lose them. Now they're jumping over furniture, and they're busting through the walls, and they're running down the alley with the devil on their heels. And when the dust is settled, it's anybody's guess who'll pay for all these dishes, who will clean up all this mess. Run, run, Shaw, oh, mister, it's alright. It's not your fault that the kids all want to fight. Someone breaks the law, someone's got to set it right. Oh, it's all about the heroes. Run, run, Shaw. That year, in the moonlight beside a misty lake, the stranger and the maiden in a friendly duel partake. He with his drunken monkey, she with her throwing stars. They fight, defying gravity, the tenderest of wars. Humph, your martial arts are pretty good, she tells him with a snort. Well, that sounds a bit dismissive, but it's all just meant in sport. And they lie down in the meadow as the moon is going down. Come the morning, he has left her gone to save another town. Run, run, Shaw, mister, it's alright. It's not your fault that the kids all want to fight. Someone breaks the law and someone's bound to get it right. Oh, it's all about the heroes. Run, run, Shaw. Ah, but who will pay for all these dishes? Thank you. Thank you so much. Run, Run, Shaw, with full explanation. I'm sure it didn't help at all. The devil is in the details. Yeah, so here's some more songs. This is a tune from my most recent album, which you can get at at Bandcamp. Excuse me, I was going to send you to SoundCamp on a wild goose chase. Bandcamp, bertlee.bandcamp.com. And this is on my album, which is called "Swimming in Falling Water," and it's called "Win Back Your Love." After all this time, do I have to tell you I'm not guilty of the crimes you accuse me of? What do I have to do to win back your love? If I had to do it all again, would I even be just one whit wiser? Oh, probably not. You have to live with what you've got. My hands are empty now, and I'm really not too sure just how we'll ever make amends. Is this the way our story ends? Lovers once, now barely friends. If you ask me why, well, I guess I'd have to try some awkward alibi you disabuse me of. What do I have to do to win back your love? I cannot see inside your guarded space. If you won't turn to face me, if I had to do it all again, would I even be just one whit wiser? Oh, probably not. What do I have to do to win back your love? Darling, what do I have to do to bring back your love? Oh, why did I have to go and put myself above you, darling? That's the win back your love. The tireless John Rybeck always deserves my thanks, and so does everyone who contributes to this cause. I have reasons of my own, but I really think this is a great cause to contribute to, and if you haven't contributed to it, whether you're playing here or not, just listening, drop some money in that cause, Bay Area Cancer Connections. You will feel so good for having done it, and you'll feel just as good as you feel listening to all the wonderful players that you've heard so far and will continue to hear until our time runs out or John falls over from exhaustion. One or the other. I don't think he can. He's a tireless guy. I'm gonna take just a moment to try to get this tuning a little nicer. My mother always told me, What, Bert? What did your mother tell you? Have to be my secret. There we go. So this is a song about cultural enfranchisement, people adapting to other people living in their neighborhood that hadn't lived there before. Something that we have to do continuously in this age of war and climate refugees. We all have to learn to love each other even more than before, or love each other at all if you haven't gotten down to that yet. I think it's a good practice. I think everyone should try a little bit of it from time to time. The song is called Water Everywhere, with apologies to Samuel Coleridge. Our old Italian neighborhood has turned Chinese maybe for good. Water, water everywhere. The ghetto has been gentrified. The first folks have been pushed aside. Doesn't matter if it's fair. It's the same thing everywhere. The Indians that once lived here, they made their trade in hunting deer. Water, water everywhere. They made a bargain with the Dutch that really didn't leave them much, but the Dutchmen didn't care. It's the same thing everywhere. Now the hippies have all moved upstate. The hipsters came to take their place. Maybe the only difference is the hair. And the little shops you could afford to shop in once, they now were boarded. But the building owners, they don't care. It's the same thing everywhere. Oh, but the water just goes where it will. You know it always flows downhill. Rivers running everywhere. And who are you and I to kid? It just does what it always did. Just goes where it's meant to be, flowing till it finds the sea. Water, water everywhere. Now the music clubs all shut down. New York is a rich man's town. Doesn't matter if it's fair. And the only music that remains is while you're waiting for the trains. You can tip them if you care. So much free music everywhere. But the money just goes where it must. It's all about the boom or bust. Buddy, have you got a dime to spare? Who are you and I to kid? It settles for the lowest bid. The bottom line is where it goes. That's just the way the money flows. Doesn't matter if it's fair. Now in my new Chinese neighborhood, the people that I meet are good. It's the same thing everywhere. No matter where they come from, friend, they're only people in the end. It's not their fault, they had to settle there. People everywhere. People trying just to be everywhere like you and me, like water flowing to the sea, going where we're meant to be. Water, 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 water everywhere. Thank you, John. Thank you. And all the rest of you out there. A couple of more songs in here.
Yeah, we got Craig at 2:50. Or in 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Okay, this should work out just fine. These are two more songs from my cycle of cowboy songs. The first one being a tune that I wrote right around at the turn of the century, by which I mean this century. Okay? And the other one is a song I wrote just a couple of weeks ago, a month ago, something like that. And like I say, they both belong in a collection called Butterfly Songs of the Haunted Prairie. And the first one is called Butterfly. It's the eponymic song of the collection. And the second one is called The Ballad of Calamity Jane. I have a little pony with star drops in her eyes. Her coat is slick and black as silk. I call her Butterfly. I ride her in the valley where the river water's sweet. She drinks it like a lady and she prances with her feet. The eagle on the wing is chasing shadows in the sun, and lightning doesn't stand a chance when you see my pony run. Her mane flies out like fire when she's running with the wind, and I know she'll never throw me. That pony is my friend. I started out in Dallas, since that's where I was raised. Took up a life of gambling, and all my luck be praised. I went out to California where the streets were paved with mud. I bought a pair of pistols and I learned to thrive on blood. I shot a man in anger over something that he said, and I had to give up gambling when the gold turned into lead. I left all that behind me and I'm running with the wind, and I know they'll never throw me 'cause that pony is my friend. I was heading out for Reno, but the desert got too big. I lost all my provisions and all of my water dried. My pretty little pony fell down and broke a leg. I sent her to her maker and I lay down by her side. The buzzard on the wing is chasing circles in the sand, and a man cries out for water who's got diamonds in his hand. Now I've come to higher ground where the river's just begun, and I look down from my mountaintop just to watch my pony run. I have a little pony with star drops in her eyes. Her coat is black as Chinese silk, and the saddle she denies. I ride her in the valley where the river water's sweet. She drinks it up like champagne wine and prances with her feet. I ride her in a hilly land where the river's just begun, and I look down from the mountaintop just to watch my pony run. Calamity Jane comes down from the hills like the thunder and rain, a 6-gun goddess, 5 bullets shy. No one can tell if her life is a lie. Comes down from the hills like the wild night wind. Everybody knows her, she hasn't got a friend. She has a room upstairs at the Deadwood Bar. A dime novel hero and a rodeo star. Shoots down dreams like bottles on a shelf, standing at the mirror and talking to herself. Jane, tall as a crane. Who can believe and who can explain if her life is a legend or the legend is a lie? She shoots her pistol at the stars in the sky. She rode with General Crook at Rosebud Hill. She shot like the devil, but she never made a kill. There's no need to kill him when the hard times will. She rode in the circus just to give them a thrill. Standing in the saddle, she never took a spill, but they only came to see old Buffalo Bill. Jane, Jane, tall as a crane, lying in bed with a fever in her brain, trying to sort out all the things she did from the things she didn't and the things she hid. Or what is the truth and what is the lie? She shoots her pistol at the stars in the sky. She shoots her pistol at the stars in the sky. And that's it for me. Thank you for the opportunity, John, to lay my songs at the feet of all your wonderful audience and fellow songwriters. You guys are wonderful, and it's great to be in your company, and always appreciative of John. And stay tuned for my good buddy Craig Greenberg, who's going to come and ravish your brain cells with some excellent songs, as always.